Sheriff Lamb joins us now. He's also a Republican running for the U.S. Senate in Arizona. Sheriff, thanks for being back with us. When I say less lethal, you think what?
Well, we think any tool that doesn't that has no potential necessarily for causing death. And so we've got tasers, we've got obviously the Byrna is now becoming an option. So we're looking for anything that's going to be able to subdue somebody or gain compliance without causing serious physical injury or death.
Do you have some examples of less lethal weapons in action, areas where you've seen it work?
Oh, look, we use tools like Byrna. We've got other tools, some similar rifles like Byrna that shoot out the compliance balls, which are going to be the pepper balls or the tear gas balls. Very effective. Our fugitive teams use it. Our SWAT teams use it. I have been able to try the Byrna. I like it. Here's one of the issues with police. We hate two things. We hate the way things are, and we hate change. So cracking into the police world is a tough world, and Byrna, I think, is doing a really good job of getting their product out there. And I think they're showcasing just how effective their product can be. And I'm anxious to see where they take it.
Right, just another tool in the arsenal. I'm curious about the application of it, though. We talked a little bit in our piece about the irritants, right? The pepper spray, the tear gas. How long does that neutralize someone and give people time to get away if they're using it in a personal situation?
Well, in a personal situation, it's probably going to work pretty well. When you're dealing with somebody that's, under the influence of some serious drugs or that has just honestly got some major mental health issues, sometimes there's not much that subdues them. So every situation is going to be a lot different, Marni. It's hard to really break it down to tell you there's a one-size-fits-all tool for everything. It's just, that's why police have so many different tools. And that's why I love that Byrna is offering another tool for not just police, but for civilians. I think in the civilian world, especially, it is going to work most of the time. In the police world, it may work most of the time. But every situation is very different. And I know you're showing the videos of the border right now. The border is a potential place where it would work very well. Majority of those people are not going to be under the influence of drugs or experiencing major mental health issues. So gaining compliance in a place like that would be it'd be highly effective.
Right, and in situations like a riot or a protest or at the border where you have hundreds of people where law enforcement are overwhelmed, but these people are not looking to hurt anyone, they're just trying to get through. Had we seen it be used in those situations when you have a large group of people? Where has it been applied?
Look, I don't know, Marni, whether it's been applied in a large group of people, whether it's been used on the border or not. But I can tell you, having used the product, I have one myself, and knowing the functionality of the rifle portion of it as well, I can tell you in a situation like this, it would be effective. It would have been effective for subduing people or dispersing that crowd that we saw now. We've all seen that video so many times of those guys coming across. Because when you're only left with lethal force, it really reduces your, what you can and cannot do. In a situation like what we saw down at Texas, having these types of the Byrna or some type of weapon that put out a pepper ball or a tear gas ball would have been very effective. Even the Byrna even has a ball that is like a compliance ball. It doesn't have anything in it. It just hurts like the Dickens. So that would have been effective as well.
Yeah, I've heard it described as felt like you're getting hit by a brick. I shot it. I did not. I was not on the receiving end, thankfully, of it. But you have to talk about the risks. And as soon as we put our story out, people pointed out the obvious. And I talked about it in the piece as well. You pull out something like this and someone else has a real firearm, the traditional gun, then you might lose that fight depending on if you're a sharpshooter or not. What are the risks for the public? And I think having the conversation, this is a weapon. You have to treat it and maintain it as such.
Well, look, there's always a risk for somebody pulling a gun out. You could pull your phone out, they could pull a gun out. That's always a risk. But having something to give you some level of protection is always going to be better than nothing. They say you got to have and not need, and the need and not have is. And really, that's what this situation is. You're providing yourself a tool. Sure, could somebody pull out a better tool than you? Yeah, that's always a possibility. But I think the majority of the time, you're going to be able to pull this tool out And it's going to send a message to whoever your would-be attacker is, that they should go and pick somebody else or a softer target, because you've certainly presented a problem for them. And if they pull a gun out, obviously, then, you know, the situation is going to change.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.